Hey everybody, hey everybody, my name's Evan with Scott Livery Marketing. Today's class is going to be on the new command website setups. I do want to go ahead and get started today by going to our website, which is going to be scottleroymarketing.com. Sorry, still letting some people in the room, couple last minute joiners. All right, again, that's going to be scottleroymarketing.com. So on our website, we have a section under the agent resources. When you click on it, it may ask you to log in using your Market Center number or password. So you're just gonna make sure you enter your Market Center number. Give it a second to load. All right, so under the agent resources section, we do have the new KW agent websites here. This section of our website is built to kind of help you with the pre-upgrading of the websites and also like what to do after you have made the upgrade. In case you have not heard, if you're an agent that's been with KW for a while, as of August 15th, the websites will automatically be upgraded for you. So if you have any of those landing pages that you've created or any custom pages on your website, make sure you save those links so that way you can still utilize them. Unfortunately, you will no longer be able to make any edits to those. So you will need to make sure you still have them so you can gather that information. But we can always assist with helping you remake them as well. So on this section of our website, again, that's under agent resources, and then clicking on the new KW agent websites. You're going to see first thing here is we have our training calendar. This is also to assist you so that you can always stay in touch with what we have going on in our trainings. We do teach a class Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to add our calendar to your Google Calendar, you can do so by just clicking on this little plus sign down here in the bottom right. That way you always know what the topic of the class is, and you can always just click on it to join. And see, so tomorrow, like database, you can give it a click and you can see some more information about it too. All right, so we do have the playlist here on our YouTube channel. Again, our YouTube channel is where all of our recorded videos are uploaded. And this will take you to the playlist for the new Agent KW websites. Then we do have a section that's before you launch your new KW site. Again, this is going to help you preserve your landing pages or save any existing pages that you may already have. Scrolling down, we also have the once you have launched your website, so adding testimonials, update your hero images, things like that. And then down below at the bottom section, we do have KWRI provided articles. Yes, this class, Michael, has started. I'm sharing the screen. Can anybody else not see my screen? Okay, I think the consensus says you can see. Okay, awesome, awesome. Thank you. So yeah, so the KWRI provided articles here. These, if you've never taken a look at these articles provided by KWRI, they are actually pretty handy. They do go step by step on what you need to do for different, whatever the case may be of what you're looking at. But they do have pictures as well, for visual learners. These are coming very handy as well. Sorry, still letting some people in. So I highly suggest if you guys are having some assistance with needing some assistance with the websites, checking out our website and going to this section will be very beneficial. All right, so from our websites, we're going to go ahead and jump over to our command platform. So you're going to start by going to your agent.kw.com. And then you're going to just log in using your KW username and password. Now, I do want to let you know that your KW username, while it is not case sensitive, however, your password is. So just be sure you're entering that information in correctly. And with your password, make sure there's no period, I'm sorry, spaces at the beginning or at the end before you hit enter. So that way it will let you in. Sorry, give me 1 second. Don't know what was going on there, guys. All right, so to get started, we are going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get started by going to, give me 1 second. I'm sorry, somebody's asking a question. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start actually by going to our marketing profile. Before, on the older version of the KW websites, any of the information had to be updated straight from the website itself. So if you wanted to update your bio, if you wanted to update any about me information, you had to go into the website and edit it that way. Now all of the information that pulls onto your website is going to be pulled from your marketing profile, which you can find by going to your settings. And then from settings, we're going to click on connect settings and then marketing profile. So again, all the information you see here, this is the information that pulls onto your marketing profile, on your website. Now, if you have a team account, make sure that you are in your personal account instead of your team, because there is a team marketing profile as well, which that does go for your team website. So you can always make sure which account you're in by whichever account is showing up here at the top versus the team account. All right, now first, if you do not want your website to be branded to you for whatever reason, you don't have to, but you can click on this toggle switch, you can turn this off, and then your website will turn to just a very generic kw.com website. Or if you want to make sure that it is branded to you, just make sure this is toggled on. I do want to go ahead and start by letting you know that the some areas of this in your marketing profile will have this red asterisk next to it, meaning that there is a required field. So you do have to have something in any field that has this red asterisk. So the My Photo, your headshot, this is a required field, and the size recommended for this is a 360 by 360, meaning that they want this photo to be a perfect square. If this photo is distorted in any ways, like if it's a tall and skinny photo, your photo will come out very stretched on the website. So again, just making sure your photo is a perfect square. If you have any issues with updating any of this information, headshot included, you can always reach out to us, support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be more than happy to assist you with getting that updated. Below that, we do have the team logo. If you're not on the team, if you are just a solo agent, we do still recommend having something added here for the reason of whenever you use a smart plan or email campaign, there is a footer down at the bottom, and on the right hand side, it does have a space for this image. And if you do not have anything added to this space, it will show as a broken image. So you do want to make sure that you do have something added here, whether it be a personal business logo or a generic KW logo. How to get the logo? It just depends on what logo you're wanting to use. If you have a business logo you want to use, if you want to just use a generic KW logo, you can Google it. You can Google it, and then you just like right click save and then upload it. So smooth, and again, this one is going to be the recommended size, the 360 by 360 as well. So just make sure, again, that's a perfect square. My pleasure. Yeah, so make sure that's a perfect square also. Moving along, we have our My Details. So this is going to be your name, your license number, a team name. Again, if you're not on a team, this is not a required field, so you don't have to have anything here. But you can put your business name, whatever you may like. Personal preference, it's your choice. But below that, we do have your professional job title, a slogan, and a designation and credentials as well, so you can put that information on. Below that, we do have our affiliations. So if you are a part of the military or are a veteran, we do have an option for you to be able to add those to your website. Now, if you were in the military, say in another country, so say you're a veteran, there is all different kinds of armed forces all over the world on here, so you can add those still as well. If you had no affiliation with the military, you're just a big supporter, there is also a supporter patriot option you can add down here at the bottom. Below that, we do have our bio section. Now, as you can see that this is a required field. However, if you do not have a professional bio created at the moment, we just suggest putting a period in this box. That way it will allow you to save your work, and then you can always come back later on and update it. Below the bio, we do have some contact fields. So you have your home phone, your mobile phone, office phone, your email, and your website. Below that, we have some market center brokerage information. Now, as you can see, there is a required market center brokerage logo here. If you do not have your Market Center DBA logo, there is this KW Connect link right here. So if you don't know, you are able to find your DBA logos through KW Connect. So you will log into KW Connect using the same KW username and password you use for command. And then if you scroll down, I've never really tested the AI to see about creating a bio, but there is an AI option. Where's command? From the homepage. So there is this AI option here. You can explore and see if that has something, if it can assist you with the bio there. We do also have, well, my pleasure. We do also have on our website, which I'll go over later on, that we can assist you with the bio, or we do also have like a very generic bio that you could use also. So on the KW Connect, so under logos and brandings, which that link will automatically take you here. So again, this is just clicking on the KW Connect logo under the Market Center brokerage. This is going to take you to your KW Connect. And then we're going to scroll down just a little bit and you'll see Market Center logos. And you'll see this search box. You can just put your Market Center number or name, and it should pull up the Market Center logo information. Now, I do want to preface that for some reason, not every Market Center is in here. We have found quite a few before as we try to use this. So if you are part of staff, or if you're an agent and you found that their Market Center is not pulling anything up, there is this line here where you can send it to your Market Center leadership to have them request a custom compliant logo for the office by sending an email to this email address. So if you don't see anything, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. You will need to have Market Center leadership reach out to them to have one created. But if you are able to pull up this, I will show you what this looks like, because when you download it, it does get kind of confusing what this looks like. So it's going to download what's called a zip file, which will look like this. When you click the download to open it, you're going to see these 4 different little folders. So this downloads a few different file types for you. So anyone that you see that says JPG or PNG, or has this little like image inside that sheet, is going to be the files that you can use for the image. So when you click on them, I don't know why it keeps going to the other page. You'll see that like this is what this image looks like. This one has the transparent background, or you can go back to the other one, and these ones are going to be more of the colors, the red and gray, and we see this one's the transparent background as well. So this is how you can get your file. So once you open these, you can save these directly and then save them to your computer, and then you can upload them into your command. And then this is also just great to have on file in general too. All right, so now you know how to find your Market Center DBA logo, and this way it'll show on your website too. And then again, over here on the right-hand side, you'll see that there is all of these fields are required for your Market Center. So make sure you just have that information uploaded. And again, most of this may already be added for you, as we do fill a lot of this out during your onboarding if you're a newer agent. But it's always good to go through and just make sure it looks correct, spruce anything up that might need. All right, moving along, we have the compliance section. Now, this may not pertain to everybody. The compliance standards are very different when it comes to different states, city, boards, things like that. There's a bunch of different compliance depending on where you live. So again, we typically do have this information, and during your onboard, we will add it. But if you see that any of this is missing, or if you need to update any of it, you can do so by entering the legal footer text here, or you have your legal footer links. You can just click add another link. You can enter the link title and then the URL here. If you need to delete, you just simply click on the trash can. Scrolling down, we do have a legal footer image box. Now, I don't really recommend uploading anything here. This is just such a small file type. So the only thing that you could probably add here would be like the realtor logo or like the fair housing, something like that. Something that's just going to be small. But if it's, I've seen people even try to use like the top 200 producer symbol from like the Realtor Association. But you can't even really read what the words say on that. So just something that a visible logo would be able to be recognized would be good. Like I said, like the Realtor logo, the fair housing, something like that. Next, we have our social media links. So these are the links that are going to take your clients or take whoever's on your website straight to your page. These links do go under like the Facebook logo or the Instagram logo, which is going to be on the top and under your headshot on your website. So they're just going to be able to click the image and then it'll take them to the page. And then below that, we have the Google Analytics ID. Now, if you don't know what Google Analytics is, Google Analytics is a way for you to monitor the traffic on your website. So you can see how many people are coming on your website, clicking on pages, things like that. This is where you put the tracking ID. So if you are interested in setting up your Google Analytics, let me go ahead and let me find that for you. I'll put the link in the chat, and then you can fill out the request, and then you can, well, we'll have a member of support go ahead and start setting that up. Where is it? All right, so there's the Google Analytics setup request. And again, we'll go ahead and connect it with your email. It's through your email account, your Google account, I'm sorry. And then your website will add everything for you. And then we'll send you the information on how you can log in to check and to see what that looks like on the back end. Is this for the IDX website? Yeah, so this is for your agent website, your IDX website. Where do you paste that? You paste it into a new web page. It's a website, or you can just click on it and it should open right up. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and jump into the command website, the back end of the website. So this has changed if you've been with Keller Williams for any little bit of time at least, and you've noticed that this used to be called the consumer like the consumer icon or the consumer section, but now it has changed to say websites. So when you give this a click, now there's also a new page that does appear. So before it used to just take you to this page that had some different information that you could see, but now there's a couple different things that have changed. So from here, you have your settings. When you click on setting, before when you clicked on this, it would automatically take you to this page. Now it takes you to the my websites, but when you click settings, it's going to take you to the settings. Can I use my KW email for Google Analytics, or do I? Yes, you can use your KW. Your KW email is hosted by Google, so yeah, you can use that. So on your settings here, we do have our website settings. So this is going to be your subdomain. Basically, this is going to be what people enter into the search bar up here to go to your website. So scottleroymarketing.kw.com is our website domain. And this is where if you wanted to update, you are able to do so. Keep in mind that the new agent websites, along with a lot of other new websites these days, are going to be, you can find it on our YouTube channel by the end of the day. I'll go over that at the end of class. They no longer use the www dot. So if you were to go to a new search bar, type in www dot with Scotland or you're going to see that it says that it doesn't really show a page. So always make sure when you're doing this, you're no longer adding the wwws. You're just putting the first part, the last part of it. In the app URL settings, this is going to be your app link, so you can have your clients download your mobile app. This is not able to be updated or adjusted. This is standard with everybody. So if you want to copy, you just simply click copy here, and then you can add it to any of like your emails or marketing that you want to send out to people. Below that, we have team referral links. So if you are a part of a team, you will see this section. If you are not on a team, you won't see this. So this is just going to have your team URL. So your team website URL, your team app link, and then your team member app link. So those are 3 different things. We do have videos that break down those a little bit more if you have questions about those. Again, you can search on our YouTube channel. I will show you the YouTube at the end of the class. Below that, we do have some preferences here. So if you want to display Keller Williams home loans on, Keller Home Loans on your app in your website, Keller Covered or neighborhoods on your agent site, you can adjust those here. And then at the bottom, we have forced registration. So forced registration is going to be where you can set up permissions if you want somebody to be forced to register an account with your website or your app. This is saying that if they go to their website, they can only view 2 properties, and then there's going to be a pop-up that tells them you have to either log in or create an account in order to continue viewing more properties. What this does is this captures their information and adds it to your database. And it also allows you to, it puts a little mark next to their name as well in your database where you're able to create saved searches and things like that for them. You're also able to view if any properties they're looking at, any properties they're liking, things like that as well. If they have not registered an account, you will not be able to see, not be able to send saved searches and things like that. So it is kind of important for them registering accounts if you plan on engaging with them on properties over the website. So make sure that when you go make any adjustments, make sure you click Save Changes. There is one for each of these sections. And then once you click Save Changes, you should see that a green notification that was updated. Now from here, you are able to click Edit My Website, and this will take you on the back end. But before we go back onto the back end, we're going to go back over to the My Websites beta. And then now, again, this is a new feature that they just released. I think it was last week. If not, it was the end of the week before that. But we're going to click on Edit Agent Site. Let's just kind of take some minutes. So here we have a little preview window of your agent website. And then you see right above it, there is these different little icons. So this one is for like a laptop or desktop. We have the iPad or other kind of similar tablets. And we also have the phone. So these are just different views of what these will look like, your website will look like on these devices. So as you can see on the desktop or laptop, you'll see that there are these options over here, which you can still click. These are clickable. And you can see all the same information. Whereas over here, you'll find these buttons, but on like the phone, there's going to be like the little 3 hamburger lines. And then you can find them over on this side. All right, so over here on the left, there are a couple different options. So first we have the pages, which is going to be these website pages that you're seeing. You can also click on homepage. From the homepage, you can add or edit photos. There it goes. So you can add or edit the photos here. They're also called hero images or the banner images that are showing right here. If you scroll down, you can also update the headline or title. You have your featured properties, which you can add the headline, a description, and then you can add your center point. So the center point for the featured properties, it's going to have one set location, and then you can go ahead and put how many do you want to populate within a certain mile radius of that center point. So if you want to do 10 miles, 20 miles, 30 miles, things like that. You can update the listing prices as well that you want to be shown. Below that, we do have testimonials. So this is only to be able to add the testimonial features. So like the headline and the description, in order to add a testimonial that somebody has submitted to your website, that's going to have to be done on the back end still at this time. Again, this is very new, so there's still probably going to be updates that come out with this as we progress. So this may end up changing. And then there's also the blog list headline and description here. So moving along over here on the on the left-hand side, the add content button. You can click that and add blog post. And then we also have the styling for your website. So you also have the themes that you can change your website to. So there's the KW default theme. So let's see if that updates. Okay, so this is the default theme. We have the slate dark, which just kind of puts everything in that darker view. And then we have the slate light. And as you can see, so like the only thing with this is really just like the search, like how it has this purplish color. But when you click on this, it changes that to a grayish color. We're just going to leave it at that. So now you can go ahead and from here, you can also click view in browser and it's going to open up. I'm getting a pop-up before going to styling. What does the pop-up say? Close without publishing. So did you try to make an edit to, like, is this what you're getting? So it's basically whenever you make a change. So if you're clicking on something and making a change, so if you were like on the blog page or something like that, you just have to click publish to update the change that you have made. You're welcome. So you can do the view in browser here. I'm sorry, I didn't even think to tell you guys to click the publish. So you can click the view in browser to open up a new window, and this is going to show you what your website looks like. So again, you have your search engine here to search properties. I guess you call it, I don't know if search engine is the right word for it. to search for properties. You have your featured property section, featured testimonials, blog, all of that good stuff. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back over here. We're going to go ahead and click on expert mode. And this is taking you to the back end where if you've been back here before, it's the same thing. It's just there's a couple more steps to get to this part now. All right, so if you are on a team and you are doing the team website or you want to switch to the team website, you can click on your name here and you will see that there's this pop-up that comes up and you'll see your team name. You can click that and switch over to your team. If you are part of Market Center leadership, you will also see that you have access to the Market Center websites here as well. So just be certain whatever account you're in, it's not going to mess anything up. So you see as you click on the team account, it switches to the team name and it also has the team URL. So just make sure you're being aware of that. We don't want anybody to accidentally mess anything up. All right, so again, you have your website URL right here, so you can always right click, copy this, post it wherever you want, share it that way. Below that, we do have some quick start options for you here. So there is like the blog post, to create a custom page, landing page. I do want to go ahead and kind of let you guys know, a lot of people don't quite understand the difference between a custom page and a landing page. So any custom pages that you create are going to show on your website. Typically, they will automatically be added to this more section here. If you create a landing page is like a one-off page. Yeah, it still utilizes the same your website URL, but it's not one that's added to your actual website. So like a landing page, maybe something that you create for like a property listing that you want to send out to everybody, things like that. Which brings me to the next one, which is the property landing page template, which is right here. So if we were to do one for a property, which I can show you guys in a bit, it won't be actually on our website, but we also have the mortgage calculator quick start. So if you're wanting to add the mortgage calculator, this is already provided, or the Why Work with KW. If you don't feel comfortable using these options and trying to do it yourself, that's perfectly fine. You can always reach out to us, support@scottlauremarketing.com, and just ask us to add the additional pages to your website, which now we have the mortgage calculator, Why Work with KW, local school search, what's my home worth. You see, we play around with a lot on our website. We just put a bunch of these things on there. So, and I believe that's it. So there's like four or five, I think, pages that we can add to your website. So if you want those additional pages, let us know. Sorry, give me just a moment. All right, so this is we're going to go ahead and go into our a couple of these sections here for you. Sorry, give me just a moment. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go into our blog list page. So this is where all of the blogs are going to be held. If you have any blogs added to your website, this is where you can add them. There's also some people have like Homekeeper blogs and stuff like that. You can add. This is where they would be held if we were to add them for you. So from here, you do have your display name up here. You can also have any changes. So the page heading. So you see here as the photo for the heading for the blog page. You can also upload different photo. You simply click on the remove, and then you just add an item. And then under the null, which I'm not sure why it says null, you do have the option. So type blog post, how many do you want displayed? You do have a filtering section, so date range, things like that. You also have the featured items. So these are going to be the part 1, 3, 2. They are out of order. I think that was from the last class we did. So you are able to reorder these by simply clicking and dragging it where you want to go. And then you just gotta wait. You see this little eyeball working, there it goes. So now you'll see that they are ordered correctly. They are added here as well. So whenever you make any edits, again, just like on the last page, make sure you do click save. And you will see whenever you click save that there is now this green bar that appears that lets you know that it was saved. You're good to go. You can return back to your dashboard. All right, so the next page is going to be your home page. Not sure why the websites are running a little slow today. All right, so for the first section we have is the listing search module. So you do have the option to change the title instead of let's find your dream home. You can change that to be something more, change the verbiage to something you like more. That is completely up to you. You do have the option to hide the for rent. And then you also have the featured image or video here, which yes, you can add a video. So you have custom images, or you also do have default, or you can click on custom video. If you choose video, I think it can only be that video. I haven't played around too much with the video part of it, but I think it can only be that one video that you create. But with the custom images, you can add your images here, and you'll see that they do filter between the images. Just make sure that the image that you are adding is the size, because you see that it does not add the whole image because it is a smaller space. So you are able to set a focal point on the image as well. The focal point being what part of that image is being shown here. And these are going to show you also the default fallback hero content. So if you were to change these images and you wanted to go back to your default, these are the default. All right, so the next section here is featured properties. So although you were able to do the featured properties on that initial kind of homepage for the websites, here's where you're able to do a little bit more in-depth updating and editing with that. So you can, choose if you want to even display the featured properties or not. Some people don't want to, not a problem. You're able to update the title. You can also add a description. And then you have the option to change from dynamic or basic. So basic is just going to be your pinned listings that you want added. You will not see any listings that are pulling from the MLS. So these are only going to be listings that you physically add. And you can do so by just clicking this little plus and then entering the street address or the MLS number. Just going to remove that. Now, if you do the dynamic lets you choose, again, a center location point. It does not have to be an actual physical address. It can be a city, it can be, I think, a zip code. So you can do like a generalized area. Now, before you add before you were only able to put in the location point. So if you lived only in one state and you were really close to the border to another state, it would still pull properties over from the other state because it was within that search radius. Now there is a toggle here to show properties in this state province only. So if you're not licensed in the other state and you don't want to show any properties there, you can make sure you toggle that on. You can also choose the max number to display and choose the search radius in miles. So if you want to do 10 miles from this center point, it'll pull the properties from that area. You can also choose to sort listings by. There's a bunch of different options here: days on site, newest to oldest, price, like by price, things like that. And then below that, you have pinned listings. So you can add your listings here, and then whatever listings you have will show first under the featured properties. And then you can also rearrange just the pinned listings in whatever order you want. So if you add them out of order, you can just drag and drop which order you want. So if you had 3 pinned listings, it'll be 1, 2, 3, and then you can click the arrow over and you'll see that all the other properties are pulled in automatically from this information up here. So you also have on this dropdown your featured listings by. So you have your my listings only, if you just want your listing shown, or my affiliate brokerages market center. So that's another way to just kind of specifically have, if you want that narrowed down, if you only want to show by your market center, things like that. And then here are some filter options as well for what kind of criteria you want displayed under your featured property. So do you only want certain property types shown, certain number of bathrooms, things like that. Below that, we have the testimonials. Again, I'm not sure why some of these say null, and it's not on every website that I've seen them. Sometimes they do though. So for the feature testimonials, you again have the option to display or hide this feature if you don't want it on. You can change the title, and you can also add a description. You do have the dynamic and the basic, which if you change it to basic, it's just adding the testimonial. There's no of the other filter options, but dynamic, it allows you to the newest published date, the max number that you want displayed, which is between 1 and 9. And then you can also filter them by these options as well. Now to add the testimonial, you're going to click on the plus, and then you should see all of your testimonials right here. These are testimonials that have been submitted by any of your clients. So unfortunately, there's really not a way to tell at this point in time when somebody submits a testimonial. It's kind of, you just have to come in here and add it. And you do have to manually add or remove these yourself from your website. Or you can always reach out to us. We will do it for you. It's not a problem. And then you just click on which one you would like added. Well, here it goes. Then you can also drag and drop to reorder them as well. And then make sure you click save as well whenever you're going through these, so you don't lose any of your work. And then below that, you also have your My Blogs. So again, a lot of the same features. You can hide or display, change the title, description, and then you have some blog post options as well. So blog post, you have your sort by newest publisher date, max number that you want displayed on this home screen here. So we have it set to 4 before you have to click read more to see the rest of them. And keep in mind too, not all of these things that you may update on your website, but some of them may not update right away. They're not automatically updated to the website. Some of them may take like 10, 15, 20 minutes to update onto the website. So just be patient. If you don't see that something you've saved or updated is showing, after like 10, 15 minutes, reach out to us and we can assist you if need be. So again, we've made edits. We're going to go ahead and click save. And now we have this green little bar right here that lets us know that it was saved, and we can go ahead and return to the dashboard. All right, so we're going to go ahead now and we're going to go ahead and click on the About the Agent page. And this is where it's going to pull in a lot of your information from your marketing profile. So again, any information that you're updating on your marketing profile may not pull over onto here instantaneously. So just give it a little bit of time. So with the agent profile, I'm actually going to, because we don't really have anything on here, I'm actually going to utilize a different one real quick, a different account just to show you guys. I like to be able to show and explain as we go, so it'd be easier if I show you from a different account that actually has information showing on the website. All right, so about the agent. Oh, I don't realize she must have deactivated hers too. So you can hide it or display it. We're gonna go ahead and change it to display. Can my blog background picture be changed? I believe it can. I have not done too much into the editing of the blogs, but I believe it can. And once we go over this, I'll stop the recording and we'll go back over that. We'll touch back on that. So you're able to hide or display your agent profile, your agent details. You're also able to hide or display, and you can set the my details. Maybe there might be something going on because her website always used to display the information. Can we change the existing about the agent write-up? I cannot seem to edit this part. The existing, I don't see where you're referring to. Oh, you mean change the about the agent part here? Or you mean like the about me on here part? Oh, the about me here? You should be able to. Yes, so under the next section, the agent bio, right here, you should be able to change instead of about me. Just changes the title. Yeah, so it should update it. There seems to only be space to edit the header. So the about me section, the paragraph below that is going to be your bio. If that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about like the about me, and then there's that stuff that says below that, that's going to pull from your marketing profile that I went over at the beginning class. All that information that pulls onto the website is going to pull from your marketing profile. You're welcome. It took me a second to realize what you were referring to. Sorry. But yeah, so all of these sections you can choose to display or hide. And then you also have down here the my preferred vendors. So when you click on my preferred vendors, you'll see that there is this link option here. When you click on the link, it should open another page. All right, so you're gonna get to a vendor page like this. So you can add your vendors by clicking up here the add vendor. And then you're going to be able to fill out this vendor information. So you have your vendor's name, you have any URL to the vendor website that they may have. If you have a specific contact with that vendor, you can add the contact's information here. If you don't have a specific contact and you just have the vendor, you can add their phone number here. You can select the vendor type. You can enter what counties they may serve. And then you're also able to add a logo. So this is pretty cool that this information now is going to live right there on your website. And then it's going to be just again here on the About Me page. Okay, so again, once everything's been updated, and all the information is correct, you like what you see, you're going to go ahead and click save. Make sure you see that it has saved over here at the top in the green bar before you click go back to dashboard, which you can also go back to your dashboard by clicking on this red KW logo up here. We're just going to leave. I don't want to update anything over here because I'm not sure what she did. This still takes us back to his website. It's probably why. I'm not sure why it's taking us back to his. I was trying to show you. Let me do it in an incognito tab. There we go. Yes, I knew hers was typically. So click on it correctly. Sorry, it's been one of those days. About the agent. There we go. So you have the agent profile again. So it's going to pull this information. You have the details. You have the About Me section, which the About Me section is going to be just the title that you can change. Then this, you have your bio below it. And then you have your My Preferred Partners, which you can update this information as well. Or you can switch to no vendors. All right, so the only other thing I'm going to go ahead and show you guys with the websites. So when you click on these three hamburger lines over here at the top left, you do have this admin drop down, and then you can click on organization site. This is going to take you to a section where you're able to make some more edits. So you have the same option to change the theme of your website by clicking this drop down and then selecting, which it's a little easier to view how I showed you before. I would not mess with some of the other information such as the Mark Center name, any of the Rainmaker information, ID. But if you do set up, if you are nifty and you set up your Google Analytics yourself, make sure you add the Google Analytics tag here as well as back on the marketing profile where I showed you earlier. And then down here we have the navigation source. So the navigation source is customizable. This is where you can go to be able to edit and customize the navigation bar at the, let me pull it up and show you. So if you're wanting to edit the navigation bar, come on. So these things, instead of saying about me, search properties, blog, more, if you're wanting to have some of the options in this drop down, say up here, instead of being a drop down, this is where you would come to do that. Now, I will be honest with you, this is very confusing. This is not the easiest thing to do, but we do have a tip video on it as well. And I will share that information with you guys in just a moment. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording real quick.